Oh yeah, forgot. Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, everybody? What's going on, Chip? You know what? I'm going to tell you what's going on. Garlinghouse rips Gensler a new one.
Yes.
Gensler gets ripped. He doesn't rip anything. Garlinghouse has been putting Gensler on notice. Got to get into that. And there's this little thing called Solana getting ready to connect everything. No, we've heard it before. This time, maybe it's for real. And BRICS, you guys keep talking about BRICS replacing the USD somehow. You know what? BRICS is DOA, and we're going to get ready to kick this thing off early, Chip, early.
I'm on time, so there you go.
Or on time.
Or on time. Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Welcome, everybody, to On the Chain drop, where you guys are coming in from. We'll periodically post them, and then I'll post them, then Jeff will post them, and I'll post that one, and Jeff will post it again. And
We'll post the exact same ones over and over again.
I told you. So we do.
Vincent Scully. I don't think we've seen Vincent Scully on for.
Oh, he was on the other
Scully
day.
is an OG. Was he on the other day?
He was on the other day,
Wow.
yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. I must have missed it scrolling up there.
Absolutamente.
Up in Maine for the week. Is that something that you can do?
Absolutamente.
Go to Maine.
Definitely was. He definitely was.
So what do we want to dig into first?
I think Garlinghouse. Yeah. So before we do this, I think we're gonna have to play the two videos that he comments on. But Gensler was talking with Bloomberg. First of all, Sydney, Australia. Jeff, we were in Sydney. We had the photo to prove it. You just recently sent it to me. We were there for like an hour
to prove it.
We were there.
Sydney was amazing. It was amazing.
That sign 5 minutes we spent. The sign at the airport. Jeff,
the sign at the airport was awesome.
Pull it up on your phone while you have that. It was awesome.
I have it on my phone. I don't even know if I have it on my phone.
You sent it to me.
I did, but that was like eons ago. Yesterday.
It was like 2 days ago. It was like last week.
It was like right before we started.
Yeah, good evening. Everyone's here on time. I like it. They're here early on time. What's going on, people?
When we come early, people show up. That's how it works.
That's how it works. So what we'll do is I want to play these two Gensler videos while you're looking for that. But we'll play the first one. The first one's long and boring, but that's how Gary Gensler is. The thing about it is, it's like everybody in the world hates this guy. Like, you don't even have to be in the United States, and you know who he is, and you hate him. He's hated by all. He's hated because he's not innovation. All he is a guy who just touts the narrative. I don't even know if he believes it himself, but he's convinced himself. But he's kind of like a big loser. He looks like a doofus too. So it's like, well, that was not Sydney though. But
that wasn't Sydney. Hang on, getting closer to Sydney. Proof that we are in Sydney. There's the S.
There's the S for Sydney. Don't we have a better one where there's a sign there?
No, we do. I can't find it. It's here somewhere.
How is it not like right next? Oh, that's us in the last row in Delta. Yeah, at our 16-hour flight. That was fantastic. God, I was like hallucinating on that flight after a while. There we are. Yeah, all right.
There you go.
I don't even remember that.
March 20th. Man, that was 2 months ago. What's up with that?
April, May, June, 3 months ago. Let me do the math, Jeff. April, May,
we're in June.
3 months.
That was 3 months ago.
You do the scientific math here.
I'm gonna go with Gensler math.
Over 3
months ago.
Let's listen to Gensler. I know it's nauseating, but we have to do it. We have to do it.
Falco does. He trusts us. See that we have just the S, and he believes that we're there.
We were there. Yeah, we were there. We were at the airport.
We have
another picture. I think did I take one on my phone too?
You might have, but I've got other pictures. I just happened to go to the memories that is compacted into a nice video.
In Australia.
108 pictures to look at.
And I have 815 photos, Jeff. Did I take 815 photos while I was there? Apparently I did.
That's a lot of photos.
Wasn't there long enough to take 815 photos, was I?
I don't know.
That's weird. I don't have the picture of.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I tried pulling up Sydney and it didn't work.
Oh, you know why? Because it's just SYD. That's it. Here's the other shot.
Oh, that's the other picture. Yeah, I had that one too somewhere, the SYD, but I can't find that one.
I can't see it, but
well, you can almost see it.
You don't see it.
We can prove it. It's
there,
proof
man.
enough. We don't need more proof than that.
Cindy, there you go.
Look at that. There we go. Look at that picture right there.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
There you go. There you have it.
Boom. There you have it. So
This is the better picture too. Drinking some beers.
there you go.
Beers, telling some stories, having some fun. That's what it was. What's up?
Rockin' is feeling ketosis, just like that.
Like that. And then so Mike,
Share
what's
picture.
going on, Mike?
Last thing you want to do is
Tina
sit
Hall
around.
is in here. What's
Tina
going on,
Hall.
Jeff?
Is that the
G's coming
original
in.
Tina Hall?
Yeah, that's the original Tina Hall right there.
Man,
Oh, gee, my God, whoa, that's incredible. It's fantastic.
phone acting like a green screen. That is pretty funny when that happens.
But your phone, yeah, it does do that. Yeah, here's your best location. See that? There she is. Tina.
The
All right, so
original Tina Hall, OG.
Let's stumble through this video, Jeff. Let's.
All right.
It's nauseating, but let's
Video
listen
already.
to it.
That's right. We got to do the video. Can you turn it up?
This is what happens when you're a company called Bloomberg and you have a channel called Bloomberg Crypto and you can't even do like the bare minimum of posting a video.
Man, come on, G. Let's see if we can turn it up.
It's not even worth listening to. Get out of there. Let's put the other one up. Let's see if this other one.
Don't even know what he's talking about already.
Let's see if the other one's any better. I couldn't even listen to him. Like I barely could hear him. That was the best part. It's like, so Gensler, is this the other one? Let's see if this is the other one. Yeah, this one might be better.
This is a field that the leading lights from a couple years ago are either in jail, about to go to jail, or waiting extradition.
What's he talking about, Jeff?
He's talking about the leading lights in the crypto space. Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah, he missed.
CZ, you know, some of those guys.
Well, let's see when he goes to jail for being the bag man for Hillary Clinton on the Steele dossier. He made the payment. Let's bring him in and put him under oath again, and let's ask him how he knew about it, and let's double back on that. I think that's a good thing to start with.
Think about it. This is that field.
Think about it.
That's the field.
We have thought about it, and it's universal, Gary. Everyone hates you
right now, where the public has really been harmed.
The public never got harmed more than when you dropped that lawsuit and raised $15 billion from people who had invested in XRP. Has there ever been a time where somebody's been hurt more by the SEC? You're supposed to protect the investors, and who got hurt? The investors, the little guy.
Investor.
He wears it well, the big old L on the top of the head.
And there's significant non-compliance in the field.
Here he is with the non-compliance. Come in and see us. Come in and see us. Nobody knows. The lizard. He's a lizard.
He's the lizard
Crypto
king.
Queen. If you're not turning into Crypto Queen, her spaces on over there on X, they're phenomenal. So I would just recommend going and subscribing to them. They're great conversations, great people.
Hey Chip, I found one of Gensler's buddies. Again, one of Gensler's buddies was making a YouTube video, and he was promoting his product. And you know how Gensler loves this type of stuff. So let me just add him to the stage real quick. Here we go.
Please do.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Why did I know this?
Hey.
Did you pull that up so quick? This guy's in jail. We know that.
Gary Gensler's buddy. Man.
Yeah, didn't he just go to jail recently? Hey. What's. It has all of those Microsoft vibes where you had what's his name jumping around the stage acting like a moron.
Oh, all right.
You gotta pull that one up next. That's what you have to do. So this is basically what Garlinghouse was saying about it. He was actually commenting on this ridiculous. Yeah, what the hell? What the hell is right? What the hell is that? So this is what he was commenting on this video. He's like, absolute nonsense coming from Gary Gensler today, and this slander about all crypto execs going to jail for the man who completely missed FTX and actually cozied up to SBF. Remember, he was meeting with him. They're having little secret meetings, ones that were recorded and ones that weren't.
Loved him.
And Maxine Waters was blowing kisses in the courtroom. Why? Because it was a great thing. Congress gives a bunch of money to Ukraine. Ukraine then invests in FTX, and FTX funnels it back into campaign contributions that went 90% to Democrats, but Republicans got it too. And he wasn't even invited to the DOJ announcement about Binance because they hate him too, apparently. If he was really working for the American people, as he says, he would have been fired a long time ago. Now this, Jeff, I want you to focus on this. We haven't heard this come out of Garlinghouse in a while, anytime. Gensler will cause Biden to lose the election. I think Biden's going to do that by himself, but I think this isn't going to help. I don't think, And what's more important is that anti-crypto candidates are losing. Jamal Bowman, we'll get into that a little bit later in the show, Jeff, but it's incredible. Now we have John Deaton wanted to get his Johnny D wanted to get his comments in here too. And he said, as the person who literally sued the SEC on behalf of tens of thousands of small investors, I can state with 100% conviction that Gary Gensler and the SEC has caused more harm to investors than any other person or entity during the last several years. What Gensler fails to disclose is he personally met twice with the Bernie Madoff of crypto, Sam Bankman-Fried, and is yet to turn over all of the notes and documents related to those private meetings. Note to Gary, if you think if you think I was a pain in the ass as a private citizen working for free, wait till you see me as a U.S. Senator working on behalf of the American taxpayer. Boom, mic drop. Right there. Yeah, just wait. I mean, man, I wouldn't want to mess with Deaton, man. He ain't playing, Jeff. And he's right.
Man, I love that.
Case he took on.
He was pro bono, came out, made some massive dent in this whole SEC narrative against Ripple, definitely against XRP, and it really is amazing considering that Deaton did all of that pro bono out of the passion to say, you know what the SEC is doing isn't right, and they're harming more than the 70,000+ people that jumped on board to lead that charge in the intervention against the SEC to intervene in that case. But there's more than 70,000 that are out there. Across the board, XRP holders have been harmed by the SEC Act, but more so by Gensler, the Gensler tactics, and the SEC, the way they wrote up the document, singling out XRP holders and belittling them.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
But the thing is, what do you expect, right? And it kind of runs rampant within that entire side of politics right now, where they're coming out as the anti-crypto party. There's a couple within the party that are pro-crypto. The majority, the whole theme or the vibe of the party is anti-crypto, and people need to awaken to that. The fact that Brad Garlinghouse said that Gensler is going to cost Biden the election. Well, Gensler is a part of why he's going to lose the election. He's going to lose the election. Gensler's helping that with the crypto community, but I think more people are waking up also that Biden is anti-crypto. Democrats within Senate are anti-crypto. Elizabeth Warren. Democrats in Congress have been anti-crypto. And in fact, this Bowman character, Jamal Bowman, is now out. He's no longer going to be running for Congress. He lost the primary, and he was definitely a thorn in the side of what we all want to see happen, and that is regulatory clarity for cryptocurrency. And his thorn was small because he's obviously now out. But could be some reasons, just the same reason why Howard Dean probably lost his election. Same reason that Jamal Bowman. Unfortunately, AOC won her primary. She probably should have lost her primary too. It was just an embarrassing moment in politics to see them parading around. But
in front of 50 people, mostly the press. Like the shot that pulled out, I was like, hey, you really, come on. And then where were they? Brooklyn, where Trump drove a record. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, ridiculous. So, by the way, this is Elizabeth Warren. Go, Jamal Bowman. It's election day, New York 16. Get out and vote if you haven't already. If you're in line when polls close at 9, stay in line because you can still cast your ballot. Okay? So if you want to know who was like all behind and all giddy about this guy, Jamal Bowman.
For how much they spend, their money cannot drown out the will of the people and the power of our progressive.
At the power of their movement.
So if you're in NY16, vote for Jamal Bowman on June 25th. I'm fired up to beat these billionaires. Now let's get out there and do everything we can to get Jamal Bowman elected.
Yeah, not only did he lose, he lost like 70% to 30%. It was embarrassing. This is an incumbent. This isn't somebody new coming to the thing. And so and the nut job that ran against him is like they would have put like a farm animal. They would have been like, we will take the farm animal, right? You remember that chicken a couple years ago would like pick stocks, winners and losers? Like put the chicken there instead of like they wanted anybody instead of this Bowman guy. And the other guy's a wackadoodle too, but he's pro crypto. And so we'll get into that too, because guess what? Our favorite super PAC, supposedly nonpartisan, donated $2 million against another Democrat, but they will not contribute to John Deaton, who's running against arguably the most anti-crypto person, anti-innovation, anti-business person who's ever been in Congress, being Senator Warren. It's puzzling to me, but we have got to get out the word. We've got to keep hammering fair shake, because I'm sick and tired of them donating 90% to Democrats. And we know the Democrat Party is not the party of crypto. I don't care how many. Yeah, Jamal Bowman, a house in 16 district. He's not a threat, but you can see who he had the support of. And so this ought to be a loud message to Elizabeth Warren that we're not down with this whole thing. And they're scared because they're shocked at how big of crypto became policy and a factor in this upcoming election. You notice she's not out there touting anti-crypto stuff and posting stuff on there anymore, Jeff. She's not doing it. So I put this up. I was like, is it any wonder that a Warren-backed anti-crypto candidate who lost his primary yesterday? You're next, Senator Warren. Vote John Deaton for Senate, man. We're coming after you. We want to scalp. Doesn't that something Pocahontas say? I would just say something that
man, I'll tell you what, their narrative is melting. It's melting down right now. Do you have a video with Jamal Bowman? Do you have anything? Other than Elizabeth Warren talking, them dancing around on stage. The whole thing.
They were dropping around. He was like rapping to the. I mean, people are like, "You're a fool, dude. Nobody likes you." But I'll tell you what I'll tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I do have a video of, though. I've got this video. Every once in a while, I'm a big fan of Mark Dice. I clip him, but I had to clip this because this was a good one from Mark Dice. If you guys aren't following Mark Dice, he's probably one of the most consistent. It's an 8 to 10 minute video. It's theme wise, but he did this. I just clipped this part of the video today, and this was fantastic. So he just totally fact checks Elizabeth Warren.
Speaking of fact checks, Pocahontas Elizabeth Warren was confronted, surprisingly, with some uncomfortable facts during an appearance on ABC News.
There have been more than 6.9 million apprehensions at the southern border thus far in Biden's term. There were just over 2 million in Donald Trump's entire term. What did the president do wrong?
No, this isn't about what the president did wrong. Remember, on the very first day that he was sworn into office,
he lifted most of the restrictions and then welcomed the floods of criminal invaders to, quote, surge the border. We know.
President Biden asked Congress both for the resources and for comprehensive immigration reform.
He actually asked Congress for more money to give them green cards and set them up in housing and give them Obama phones because they were overwhelming the facilities that they were being detained in. When she was running for president back in 2020, she called the southern border wall a monument to hate, and along with Beto O'Rourke and others, called for it to be torn down.
I will not support the building of a wall that does not make us safer. The kind of wall that is proposed now is a monument to hate and division. We are a better country than that, so I'm just not leaving. Thank you.
She's a monument to hate and division. I mean, she's a fraud, an absolute 100% fraud.
She's such a fraud. But I'll tell you how their narrative unfolds. You have all the lying, all the deception, all the cheating. But it was all, every aspect of it has been predicted, and it's been reported on. And look who gets freed finally.
Yeah, but you know what? Part of the condition was he had to delete all the DNC emails.
Yeah, well, now he's free, and they've got him somewhere.
The internet's forever, right? So there's that stuff you can't get rid of it. So
You can't burn down the way back. But this is
quite well strategically to try and draw connection between Trump and Russia, because she has so many connections of her own. Now, my analysis of Trump and Russia is that there is no substantial connection. Why do I say that? Well, because Trump was trying to invest in Russia before Putin in the 1990s, after Putin, in fact, nearly all the way up to the present moment. And he's had no success. He did not manage to build hotels and so on in Russia. So that shows how insubstantial his contacts are. There's an extremely well-documented pattern of when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, those people, companies, governments, who wanted a decision by the Secretary of State in their favor, making large donations to the Clinton Foundation, or in some other cases, business deals with the people around Hillary Clinton.
I find this interesting. All these things are coming out. There's obviously, Chip, just a lot of corruption, a lot of finger pointing against Trump as they try to take him down. He's still standing. Little by little, those around him that have been cheating and lying and making up stories are falling. Across the board. You can only lie so much before you start getting noticed. And that's it. Unfortunately, with Biden, he's been lying his whole career. This time they placed him where he's at. The line isn't being bought, at this point by the vast majority of the people. And just like Julian Assange, talking about this with the whole Russia thing, the Russia hoax, the rest of it's coming out. And you just got to keep hammering them. And these are the people that are anti-crypto. They're anti-decentralization. They don't want you to enrich yourself, and they don't want you to have freedoms. And that's across the board.
yeah, well said. I just I think we're pretty much done with the with Gensler. But if you want to change the guard, then you got to go. Isn't that great? Dash became a member. That's good.
Dash, brand new member over here with the on the chain.
Think about like where would you can say, well, it's Gensler and it's crypto and all that, but you know what? I mean, the only person who's came out pro crypto, then you hear, oh no, wait, Biden has had a reversal on he might accept crypto as donations. Like all these rumors, like they want him so badly to be something that he's not, and it's like it isn't going to happen. It's just not there. Appreciate that. So if you're not gonna change, if you're not gonna do anything, so the only way to change is vote the pro crypto party, who's authored all the bills, the Fit 21. I mean, yeah, Democrats got in at the end, a couple of them, but largely, if the Republicans didn't control the House, that wouldn't have passed. And guess what? The Senate hasn't picked it up. It's not going to pass the Senate. At least it got through the House, but they're not going to pass that in the Senate. Why? Because you got too many, rhinos, Republicans in name only, and too many Democrats. And that's just not going to happen. It isn't going to happen, Jeff. This is something of interest here.
Let's this right here. All donations stopped going into the Clinton Foundation the day she lost the 2016 election. And Mike's like, what do you guys think?
There's no more influence, right?
It's lost a huge amount. The lies. Look at what they caused, though. Look at all the lies and the hatred and the animosity. And look what Russia did as a direct response. And look at what's happening over in the Ukraine. Look at this war that's going on, this proxy war that's being fought against Russia right now through the Ukraine.
Ridiculous.
They wanted it. They wanted it. They predicted it. And here we are. So
here's John Deaton. Here's something you don't see every day. Cash Dash. Here's something you don't see really little every day. A divorced couple hitting the campaign trail together, but Republican Senate hopeful John Deaton's pitch is that he's not your ordinary candidate. His ex-wife, Maria Deaton, is hosting a fundraiser for him tonight in Westport, according to the invitation.
All right. Look at that.
I mean, how cool is
Being on
that?
TV every day.
Loudly to who John Deaton is. Let's put this first video up here. This is John and his ex-wife Maria Deaton here from the fundraiser.
Hey everybody, it's John Deaton. I told you I was a different kind of candidate. This is Maria Deaton, my ex-wife, who threw me a fundraiser tonight. Maria, how you gonna throw a fundraiser for an ex-husband? What's up with that?
Well, to me, you're the best candidate, and it was a no-brainer. I want everybody to know what I know about you. And they say the true test of a man's character is what he does when no one's looking. And I can tell you, when nobody was looking, John was a great father, a loyal friend, and I can trust him for anything and go to him for anything. And he'll be there for me. The same he'll be there for the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
All right, I got nothing because I'm not gonna start crying on this video. See you later.
Very touching, right? I mean, like,
Very
I mean, who many people can even like say someone with their ex that actually throw a fundraiser for him? It was her, or I guess her new husband or boyfriend or whatever. But it's incredible. This
very cool.
This is who John Deaton is, and there was another one here. This is Maria Deaton. Sorry, the audio is so low, but just have to squint your ears a little bit. But this is some audio from his from Maria Deaton introducing John at the fundraiser.
Some of you who may know, John and I were married, and we've been divorced for approximately 18 years. And so I can tell you from my own personal view, that what you may not know that's not in his book, or maybe you don't know from his cases that he's done. But this is who John is. He's a loyal person, and he wants to bridge the divide. And that's the same energy he brought to our family, and we are a family. To our family, despite the fact that we got divorced, he has always been there for me and our children. He has been a friend to Kevin and to myself to this day. And I know if I ever need anything, he will be there for me, regardless of the fact that we're not on the same page always politically. We have a lot of disagreements, but that's the kind of person you want representing you, not just talking, saying these things, not creating a bigger division. That's the energy you get from Elizabeth Warren. We need something different, and I think John's the person. I know Kevin agrees to do that. John is what the Commonwealth of Massachusetts needs, and he's going to do a great job when he's elected. So with that said, I'll give you the man of the hour.
Now, admit, somebody who came here just wanted to see an event where an ex-wife sponsors it. So that's right. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Kevin.
That's pretty classy right there, Jeff.
That's awesome. Hey, just when you thought we were done with Gensler, we're not done with Gensler yet. Can't be done with Gensler. It doesn't end that quick. Finance News saying SEC's Gary Gensler on his agenda. If the courts adjust, we adjust. Can you imagine that mentality? The court has a specific outcome. This is their ruling. Well, no, we adjust accordingly, and we'll change the tactic. And so Stewart says, note to Gary Gensler, the courts aren't adjusting. They are finding that you are breaking the law by exceeding your statutory authority. Period.
What a nut job. What a nut job. Back to John Deaton. So Elizabeth Warren put this out. She said, you know, I wish I could do her like horrible voice. It's just like, it's grating. Home prices hit a record high, as also decades long high. Interest rates. The Fed needs to lower interest rates. We must build housing. Is she completely tone deaf, brain dead, that she doesn't understand why this happened? Does she not understand that this is her party that caused all this? But this is always a straw man argument. It's like, get out there and complain about it as if somebody should do something, but not you. Somebody else should do something. Of course, John Deaton kind of chimed in. He said, Senator Warren lives in an alternate reality because of a reckless government spending that she supports. Crippling inflation has prevented the Fed from lowering interest rates. Senator Warren wants to have her cake and eat it too. Her failures directly impact Massachusetts working and middle-class families struggling to make ends meet. And her response is to just demand lower interest rates while simultaneously racking up our national debt. Pretty spot on right there, right? She's always talking, rarely ever doing, though. You got company? That's okay, Sophie. Go ahead.
They don't
your
want
company.
crypto. They don't know crypto, so they're not going to watch.
Just tell them to tune in for the crypto, but let's stay for the politics.
That's right. And
they're built intertwined, right?
We're about to add some. Chip, what is up with this? Tomorrow night, there's a quasi debate.
Oh, the debate. Yeah, the debate. Yeah.
I don't know. You call it a debate or a round table, or I don't know exactly what they're covering. The rules of the podium. Check this nonsense out.
If we go behind the podiums, you can see 2 green lights. When they're on, they signal to the candidate his microphone is on. When the green lights are off, they signal to the candidate his microphone is off. And so let's say I'm answering a question. My light is green and I'm speaking. Phil's microphone is off and his green lights are not illuminated. He's going to interrupt me as I'm speaking, and this is what it will sound like.
CNN sucks and Joe Biden has dementia. Fuck Joe Biden and fuck CNN.
Damn, that's harsh.
That was harsh. I thought his microphone was cut off.
Try the opposite. My microphone is now on. Victor's microphone is off, and he's going to interrupt me.
Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck the Democrats and fuck CNN. Trump 2024, bitches.
What the heck?
We thought that was going to happen. My God, that's insane.
Oh, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that.
Oh, that's...
Oh, my God.
Hey, Jeff, are you a fan of
the rules?
Jeff, one thing I know about you is like you're a fan of Delta, but you're not so much a fan of United.
I have not flown a United jet, probably ever.
Okay, because here's the CEO right here, in case you were wondering. This is the CEO of United Airlines.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's the CEO clowning around in women's clothes, dancing around.
God.
Yeah.
What a freak of nature.
Yeah. There you go. I thought you might want to see that.
Another reason I'll never fly United. It doesn't take many, but there's another one right there.
That's a good one right there. I'll be honest with you. That's a pretty solid one right there. It's a pretty
my God.
pretty pathetic, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are you gonna do? By the way, Jake Tapper, who yeah, you know who he is, right, Jeff?
Yeah, no.
He's moderating he's gonna be like the moderator. And so the thing about it is, like, Jeff, this isn't story hour where people get up and tell their stories. These are candidates, and cutting their microphone off. Like, what's the point? You have 30 seconds. Hi, I blah, blah. And then the other one, you have if you can't interrupt, that's a debate. A debate is back and forth. It gets heated. Oh no, they're gonna take that away. They're gonna ask one-sided questions. It's gonna be a disaster. But one thing we know is good old Joe is gonna be a real I think he's going to explode, because I mean, you can only juice him up. I think he's been altering his sleep schedule, because those kind of patients are better in the morning. They kind of feel like alive and stuff. So maybe they've been altering his sleep schedule. I can't be 100% certain, but there might be.
I'm sure you're right.
There might be something to it. But this is like a preview of
pharmaceuticals.
Here's a preview of Tapper. This is a little preview of what's coming.
Hello and welcome to the first 2024 presidential debate hosted by CNN. I am Jake Tapper, and somewhere around here is my colleague, Dana Bash. I'd like to set the ground rules to this debate. First off, Biden is allowed to speak whenever he wishes. We will have commercial breaks whenever Biden feels the urge so that his needs can be taken care of. This may or may not include naps, energy boosts, or a snack such as ice cream. On the other hand, Trump is not allowed to speak unless spoken to, and if he interrupts Joe speaking, we're automatically going to deduct 10 points from Trump and Door. As the hall moderator of this debate, I can call it off at any moment and declare it a complete victory for Biden. Where did Trump go? He was just here.
The hostile takeover.
Yeah, you gotta love having a little bit of fun there. A little bit of fun. You gotta like it, Jeff.
So, Chip, here's another one to follow up on your CEO disaster.
What do you got here?
Okay, so we were denied boarding. Myself, my 16-month-old son, my mother. They took our luggage on the plane, which has my thyroid medication, which I'll be very sick without, my mother's medication. They basically said tough luck. And they won't tell me exactly what I said, but what happened, and I will tell you what happened right now. I was speaking to one of the flight attendants and got their pronouns wrong. The other flight attendant didn't like it. I said, I'm really sorry. I'm not very versed with pronouns. I was holding my son. He was having a temper tantrum. I had the car seat on my back. I wasn't really focusing on anything except getting my son's car seat on the flight and getting him comfortable and safe, and him, because now it's his nap time. You can see he's kind of fallen asleep. They're saying that like it's a hate crime that I did, that I might not even be able to ever fly United. We don't even know how we're going to get back today. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my rights are here.
I'm pretty sure you don't listen. What you call somebody, as long as you're not disrespectful, you call them whatever. Using someone's pronouns, this is made up gobbledygook. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And who do you care? You don't have to call anybody anything. I mean,
yeah.
Jeff, call me moron. You didn't call me moron. Oh, you're off the plane. I mean, it's just it's nonsensical. Listen, I mean, we're getting to the point of where we've allowed this for so long that it's just become like commonplace, and like these people are not serious people.
Nope. No, it's so absurd. I mean, one after another. It's just insane.
And you know,
not to fly United.
Where does it end, right? Where do we stop? Where does the where do you get off on this train? It almost seems like you can't quite figure it out. But anyway, I wanted to segue here to let me find the post here. Okay, I got it. So let's talk a little bit about Solana. So Solana, everyone's like, Solana doesn't work. Meanwhile, it's the busiest chain going next to maybe Ethereum. But I want to play this video because they introduced something. They said, today we connect Solana to the entire internet. Vote, donate, mint, swap, pay, use Solana everywhere. This is pretty innovative, right? So let's watch this video. So it says you can put all of this stuff on OnChain. Where you can get your social media, put on X. Wow. Anywhere.
Everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere.
And you think, well, wasn't it great if somebody else had out of APIs, they can map transact. Link. There they are. It's pretty cool. Solana, let's see, solana.com/actions. Pull that up. Okay, let's go. Let's look through this.
Check this out. This is over in France right now.
Hang on a second, Jeff. Let's finish up the Solana thing here.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Solana.
Damn, squirrel. So it's not that long, but it's just a little bit. But I think this is really
connects everything.
Connects everything. Meet Blinks, blockchain links. That's cool. Blockchain links, Blinks. New primitive that transforms actions into shareable links. Anywhere you can share a link on the internet, you can also initiate a Solana transaction. Now, would it be cool if like the XRPL had something like this? I mean, it would be cool, right? You say buy now, you click on it, you can. So it sort of takes.
It'd be really cool. It's interesting that Solana's investing heavily in developing utility for everyday use.
Yeah, Blinks brings Solana actions in any website or app, and then you have the Solana actions are the APIs that return the transactions, and make and sign and send using native apps, scannable QR codes, shareable links. Massive thanks to Side Dialect for playing a key role in developing the spec and the powering the actions for Phantom, Backpath, Jupiter, Tenzo, Sancta, Menora, and others. Get started with it today. I think it's just really cool and innovative. It's like I wish that we was more innovative stuff going on the XRPL and making it easier. You know, we had that tip bot way back when. Now we've got like the next generation of that.
There's not enough of it is what we're seeing. You know, so it's the same. And maybe even with the Solana, you know, builders, developers, maybe they're the same ones popping up. We got to dig into that a little further. But if you think of like on the XRPL, it's the same common players that are developing that come to the forefront each time. I like seeing more investment. I like seeing new people come into the space and building, you know, everyday utility like this. It's great to see Vitzi win, you know, and see what he's been able to accomplish. You know, he had the tip bot. He's making a new iteration of it, but it's the same players each time. You know,
correct.
So you go into Ethereum and it's just a slew of different players that are developing and building. Solana's attracting them now. Where's the XRPL? Why, you know, and this goes back to multiple conversations that we've had and we've seen on Twitter. Why not the XRPL? Where are all the developers? Where are the people that have a passion to build in the space? And there's still a little bit of a disconnect. And we need to figure out how to bridge that gap.
Yeah, the Solana Foundation, like the ones that have the foundations that have invested a lot of money into actually developing. And again, they thank the developer for putting this together, but they opened it up so the developer could develop it, have an idea. Let's create blockchain links. What does that do? Well, it just sort of closes everything down. You can share it and you can be able to click on it. And the difference with Ripple is like you got a private company that's concerned about Ripple, right? They've got their investors and they're worried about their investors. But and they've got Ripple X, which is not a foundation. And that's why you have XLM. They're doing innovative things in the space. They keep rolling out cool stuff. All of these foundations keep rolling out really cool utility, and Ripple is focused on Ripple's business, as they should be. They're not around to help other people, but if they wanted to, they could take some of that trough of that escrow and say, let's put 10 billion into a foundation and let's open it up so that we can get some development going and make the XRPL. But again, whether they're successful or not doesn't matter about the XRPL. But if you don't have a foundation or an organization that's looking to contribute, they said the amount of money they said they were going to give 3 years ago, they've doled out 15% of it. You got to be of your word too. That's the other part of it. If you're not going to be of your word, then that's a whole other issue. What were you going to show, Jeff? You had something?
I clicked off of it. Just stuff going on over in France right now, as we're seeing across Europe. We're starting to see people wake up. They want to secure their sovereignty.
Yeah, seems to be. It's so great. Listen, the thing was that pandemic accentuated it happened so fast and pissed so many people off that they're moving at lightning speed. I saw this guy Amorex. I don't know who he is. He's got like 45,000 followers over there on X. But he put this out. He's like, XRP will melt many faces. And he's not really an XRP guy per se. He just does a lot of different crypto. The 7-year ordeal is ended. I'm like, cool. And then he put very soon. I'm like, well, if the ordeal is ended, why is this soon? I was like, it's like it ended. Oh. It's very soon. But it's like, did it end or did it not? So
it's over. Don't worry about it.
Looking at this, and thank God for Oscar bringing some clarity. He says, to the untrained eye, it may seem like nothing, but when you've been in crypto for years, it's pretty obvious. It's the two dodo birds, right? So, or whatever they are, right? So that's really what it is. I mean, so I was like, of course it's pretty obvious. I'm like, it's over. 7 years of the drought is over, but then it's not over.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you reconcile that, Jeff?
So I reconcile with Stellar Foundation introducing the new Stellar Passkey, seamless Web3 smart wallet functionality on the mainnet. This was published today. Today, we're excited to announce the launch of the new Passkey feature on Stellar, designed to provide a familiar and secure user experience in the decentralized world of Web3 This innovation is a significant step forward in helping to improve the safety and security accessibility of the network, which is really, really important. Enhanced security, reliable technology, biometric authentication. But to your point, so you said, hey, Stellar, Solana, we're seeing continuous development and rollout of new technology. XRPL has a long way to go to play catch up in terms of attracting development. I think from a technology perspective, the XRPL has always been way ahead, but now I feel like they're slipping behind. Like these other chains are launching really creative, innovative technologies for mainstream adoption, whereas the XRPL flailing around a little bit. We're seeing NFT, we're seeing gaming, but we're seeing obviously financial institution cross-border payment through Ripple, but we're not seeing how do you then bring it to consumer application? Where's the consumer application of it? How is that gonna? And so they're falling behind on that side of it. I thought Witsy Win years ago with the tip bot was way ahead with consumer-based retail use of the crypto space. Being able to use Twitter, what happened? Right, it got crushed, and there was no more development with it. It fell silent. Where now Stellar and Solana and Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're all moving rapidly in a direction. Soon.
So Eve Rocket says Solana has network links, and you know what? People give zero apps about it. It goes down every other month, and you know what? Nobody cares. The developers don't care. The investors don't care. Nobody cares. They go like, oh, it's okay. That happens.
That's right.
Sometimes your net goes down. You're like, yeah, it happens. So you can have stability, but if you don't have users and if you don't have development, you got nothing. And that's basically what's going on right now. You don't have a lot of that. So our pal Anados, this is great right here. So Anados, who's Panos's project, we're going to be getting him on here at some point. He will be
on the show.
He's obviously running a startup, and he's got a busy world. But this is really cool. I like this so much. This is so fun. So Anados, this is a fan, but it says an airdrop for Anados users. Introduce the Anados intern Pepe NFT collection, exclusively airdrop to Anados Finance's loyal users. Crafted with humor and heart by me for my beloved MFers, right? So this guy created, he likes Anados, right? So he created this thing. It says, make the XRPL great again. It's awesome. And it's a Pepe, right? So it's got the, it's got the XRPIs, got the little Anados flag over here. This is fantastic. Make XRPL great again. It says there's 4 days left, all 3, because this was yesterday. You might want to claim and hold, or you regret it in the future. And the thing is, if you we can go over there and take a look at it. It's on XRP.cafe. So these are airdrops. Those people that put these up, and they're already going for 100. The cheapest you can buy it for is 80 XRP, but you can see they go up from there.
That's really cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
very, very cool. I like it. I like it.
It's a cool little incentive. You get to make the XRPL great again. It's fantastic.
And here you go from Matt 59754. XRPL behind, or at least that's what they want you to think for now.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, who knows? Something I want to bring some attention to.
The E4 Rock, and I think XRPL is solely for value. Solana's for retail and UI. Sol is cool, but further down the spiral. Just saying, and that's a good point. Each blockchain, each chain is going to have its specific utility. And if Solana is moving more retail and more UI, then that's its purpose. If XRPL is moving money, where are the people? But maybe it's institutions. I've always said XRP was an institutional asset.
Okay.
That's what I've always said, Chip. No.
You've always said that, Jeff.
Always said it. There's never been
a moment.
To bring
your attention to one of the biggest. We've had Crippen Writer on here as far as stories and stuff. He's always brought the facts, and he has now created a YouTube channel. After months of planning, I finally I'm ready to get things started. I've also published my first video, which is about AtomicNet. It'll debut in 2 days on June 28th, which is Friday. I hope to see you there. Guys, let's go ahead and give him a follow. We have put his
writer. Come on.
Really often. So I just put his YouTube channel there. This is somebody who brings the facts, no BS. Let's go ahead and subscribe there. I'm subscribed to my personal one, but there it is. So this is the video that's going to premiere. AtomicNet in its infancy, proprietary distributed messaging protocol uses authoritative blockchain ABC as its source of truth, allows any trades between participants, regardless if the assets are being exchanged, are liquid, illiquid, or tokenized according to the FAQ. So he's going to be doing some cool stuff. AtomicNet, powered by PolySign. This will be interesting. He's going to put out some great videos. He always had fact-filled posts. So let's give him a follow, guys. I think you're going to be. He's going to do tutorials. He's going to take you through it, and you're going to get good content. I like recommending stuff that we can get behind, because I can't tell you countless times we've gone through some of his X post threads that have been phenomenal. So welcome to the YouTube universe, and we'll cheer him on and hope that everything.
Welcome.
Good dude. Very happy to see that he's on there, man. I had this one. I forgot to do this one from Elizabeth Warren. This is what she does, right, Jeff? So here it is. Building new housing is how we'll dig ourselves out of the housing crisis. Jeff, just listen to this. Analyze this statement. I want you to chime in on this. Building new housing is how we dig ourselves out of the housing crisis. And I'm grateful to see President of the United States make these investments in Massachusetts. The investment is housing costs are so much to build. What if they did it on an assembly line? Region wins $3 million federal grant to study modular housing in Greater Boston.
Nope.
What say you? What say you, Jeff? By the way, they studied this back in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020. They've been doing this forever. This is not a new phenomenon. Actually, I knew a guy who did modular housing and built on an assembly line from Detroit in 1992. This has been going on since the dawn of time. It's nothing new. But they want to study it.
Yeah, this is what they want to study. You know what they do? They come up with all these problems that are almost self-induced problems. They are up, and then they try to come up with solutions, because if you try to face all these other problems, and their solutions aren't really solutions. It's kind of like creating a crypto project, and then you're hunting around. And you're like, I've got this great solution for a problem. Oh wait, I can't find a problem. But these guys they create the problems, and they're like, look, we know how to fix it, but they don't fix it, but they created it. And that their solution is to end the problem that they've created. It's so asinine and backwards. Where do you go from there?
Well, Jeff, this is why I like showing you stuff that this is how much we're on the same page, right? So this is what I said about it. I commented on this post, and I said this. This is what liberals do. They talk about it. They think about it. They study it. Now go ahead and step aside and let those who take action lead, and vote for John Deaton for Senate, because she's yip-yapping over here about this company did this and this company. She doesn't do anything that contributes to society, to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the greater good, other than rip companies for being innovative, rip companies. She's like, these companies are charging too much for stuff. Well, yeah, because of you. Like, there's zero responsibility taken at any given point. And this is what they do. They'll have conversations about it. They'll do rally. They'll workshop it, and nothing will get done. How do we know that? Because Biden got billions of dollars, right? He was supposed to put internet to connect to X amount of people. 5 people got connected. And they could have passed out Starlink and got 160 million people connected. They did nothing. So all of these things that he had money for, that was in the so-called these goofy bills they pass, get locked. And I really hope that Trump brings that, because this is his record. This is his.
They need to, Chip, because all they do is just move money around, just like this one. This is building tents, cities for illegals in parks. Listen to this real quick.
The crisis isn't bad enough. This administration is now seeking to convert our national parks, America's most cherished natural treasures and historical sites, into tent cities for illegal aliens. Such actions not only debase our
park.
national heritage, but blatantly violate numerous federal statutes, including those governing management and protection of our national parks, NEPA, and the Administrative Procedure Act. How bad is this latest move to convert our national parks to ungovernable tent cities? While Wyoming's effort to prevent catastrophic wildfires destroying our national forests are met with intensive scrutiny from the unelected bureaucrats in this administration, President Biden is categorically exempting the housing of thousands of individuals in our national parks from any type of environmental review. This double standard is indefensible, and the Biden administration's refusal to engage with Congress on this bill only confirms that fact.
Vote Trump.
We need serious reforms to end the flood of illegal immigrants into our nation, not half measures that fail to correct the disaster of this administration's own making and endanger what is the very best idea America ever had. I urge my colleagues to protect our national parks by voting in favor of the bill. With that, I yield back.
What's her name?
Another
Harriet,
one.
I think.
Yeah. All they want to do is cause problem. So confusion, cause problem, and it's so destructive. So destructive.
It is. So look at Matt 59754. Thank you for that support. It says, thank you, Jeff and Chip. This channel should have about 251,000 subs, not 25.1. Well, at one point it had 26.3, but then this is what happens. This channel here just eliminates them. We don't know where they come from. They're not from recent videos. They just all of a sudden people fall off and nobody knows why. So you guys are great. Really appreciate that. This is the reason we do it. First of all, it's fun, and we get to like speak our minds and put stuff together that we find interesting. We hope you guys do too. But somebody has to say it in the space and connect geopolitical with the actual decentralization, the thought of decentralization and blockchain and what the threat that brings to the rest of the world. So it's always a fantastic thing. Jim D, I'm down. What are we down for? What's Jim D working on there?
We manufactured politicians on an assembly line. After all, they all look and smell the same.
They pretty much do. My apologies for being late. I do have a doctor's note. Okay, well, let's see.
I don't know.
Come on. Let's see. Where's the note? Let's go.
Produce the receipts.
You threw yourself in front of the firing squad, man. You volunteered for the firing squad there. Expeditiously. That's a great word. Expeditiously. Even put that in expeditiously. Like, I don't even know if I can spell that on the first crack. I need an autocorrect for that one, Jeff.
Expeditiously. Does it have an S in it?
Expeditiously. It does at the end.
It does have one.
DIT is a Expeditiously. It's also a T.
Oh, it's how English works.
English is a complicated language, man. It's just incredibly. There's too many rules. Oh no, not that word. This one you have a softie, and this one you have a hardy. Oh no, this one it's pathetic. Glad it's a language I'm still learning. Still working on it, Jeff. Right. So that's how it works, man. Anyway, that's all the time we got, guys. That's it. We are about ready to. Jeff's over there smiling. He's watching his feed probably. But Jeff, you know what we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about this.
Yeah. What did we miss?
After starting 30 years ago.
Oh my God! How did we miss this?
How come we weren't at the Elbow Room with this great trophy? So the Elbow, if you guys don't know, the Elbow Room.
I can't believe that was should have figured.
An epic bar in Fort Lauderdale. My God, if you ever watched the movie from the 1950s Where the Boys Are, they were at the Elbow Room. 1950s movie. That's how long this bar has been there. It was a famous hangout. You watch sports in there, but this is the Stanley Cup. This is what you win when you win the National Hockey League. There they are out on the balcony, and they actually poured it over the side, and this guy got it, but you get the drink out of the Stanley Cup. I've actually had photos of my brother my niece. Let me see if I have these photos, but he used to live next to a Pittsburgh Penguin back in the day. And let's see. I'll see if I can find
Hang on, before you do that, let me put this one up because this is what happens at the Elbow Room when you win.
This guy gets blasted.
Damn. Did you see that?
So yeah, before we get out of here, I'll show you this one. But this is my niece in the Stanley Cup right there.
Very cool.
There you go. And so what happens, so you guys, just so you know, with the Stanley Cup, this is my brother drinking out of the Stanley Cup.
Nice. That's sweet.
So
They brought the cup down to the beach. They went
Yeah,
swimming with it. They did so
Chin.
much today with it.
There's my bro holding it up with that was the Penguin guy that won it. So everyone they get to take it to their house. Each one of the players gets to have it. I think they have I don't know how they were swimming this thing in the ocean, but
I'm trying to
God,
find that one. I
that
thought
was
I
the
had
captain.
posted that I thought I had posted that one, and it's gone. By the way, if you guys don't know, if you didn't hear, if you didn't follow it, not sure how that could be possible, but the Florida Panthers did take the Stanley Cup on Monday evening, and it was a crushing game. It was awesome.
Whoa, man,
Edmonton from Canada lost. But here's the craziest thing about it is that the Panthers had been up 3-0 in the series. Edmonton came back with these massive defeats game after game after game for a 3-3 tie. Brought it back to Florida, played that last game, and man, the Panthers came out to win it. And that was such an exciting 7th game. It was awesome. So thank God for the Panthers winning. And it was the first win, first Stanley Cup win in 30 years of being a team here in South Florida. So super exciting.
I'm gonna find that.
Yes.
I'm determined to find it, Jeff. Hang on a second. Here it
Stanley
is.
Cup in the ocean. Bringing it into the ocean.
Okay, here this. You know what somebody wrote on Twitter. They said they said the most coveted trophy of all the sports, because some of them don't. You get rings or you get a pennant or whatever. It's like you don't really get anything. And so what somebody said, it's the most coveted ever, and then it shows people drinking beer. Beer. It's like the most coveted ever, and people are drinking beer. But here you go. I'm going to turn this up. Let's see if we
here. Put that up.
Put
that up.
Goes.
His belt off. He's got.
Here we go.
Let's go!
Check this out. The Stanley Cup is in the ocean. We're Florida. We do things different here.
There goes flip-flops or whatever's floating behind him. I don't know.
Kiss that trophy, baby.
That's so cool.
In there forever. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
So awesome, man. Drinking beer out of it, bringing it to the ocean. They're at the Elbow Room. Doesn't get any more exciting than that down here. And there's a parade coming up as well, which is going to be really cool. Haven Pack. I used to love to watch the Stingrays play minor league hockey when I lived in Charleston. Man, it's so cool. There's a good one. ASM, when skydiving with the trophy. Man, could you imagine that? That'd be pretty kick-ass.
The other funny thing was, Jeff, that I thought was funny was that
Mark Smith once went in the ocean with my 3rd place science fair ribbon from grade school.
Man, way to go. Look at this right here. This is people snapping pictures. They had it in the golf cart while they hustled on there. There was another shot of them.
Over there.
They're there at the ocean there. He's submerged in the water. It's like, dude, the Stanley Cup is in the ocean. This is crazy stuff. Right?
It's so amazing.
Just insanity. Look at this.
Look at this. Look at them in the ocean. Oh
insane.
My God. They're right there across from the Elbow Room.
People are just down there. They're celebrating. They're having the greatest time of their life.
Clear the water was today. Man.
It's getting blessed by a priest. This is phenomenal. Look at that. He's got the cup getting, there's a rubber ducky next to it. So you get your name engraved on there. This is the cool thing.
That's very cool.
Forever, right? You get your name in there. Panthers take the Stanley Cup swimming. I mean, so that's how we do it in South Florida, man.
That's right. You got to believe it.
That's how it's done. Matthew, what do you have his name? Chuck?
It's a turtle. What the heck's going on? Good job.
Yeah, and then there was another one where he was sitting out in the back, his back, because he's on the Intercoastal, and a boat came by and he lifted it for the boat. They were just sitting out there hanging out in his backyard. It was
that's very cool. That's so awesome. As a native Floridian, I just can't take Florida hockey as credible. They just won the Stanley Cup. How much more credible do you get than that? They crushed. See them crush the Rangers? Man.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see Tucker Carlson grilling the Australia media.
Oh, phenomenal. I wish we could have played some bits with that. There's a 5-minute clip that I thought we'd get to, but we didn't get to it. But sometimes you can't get to it. It shows all the boats, the people hoisting it up. Boom! Oh my God. Fantastic. It was fantastic. Lord Stanley's Cup. And look at only I can see them now. And I've actually been to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto with all the original cups, the originals. All going back into the day. But anyway, we're getting out of here. We went a little bit long. We had to talk about it, Jeff. Proud moment. I gotta get, and just all the Oilers fans, Edmonton. You know what? Play with a lot of heart. The fact that a team is down 3-0, you come back 3 games to force a game 7. That's incredible. You know, I mean, that's a hell of momentum, and they battled back, and they gave it their all. They just got winded at the end. I mean, that last 20 seconds, they were gassed. They didn't have anything left in them. So,
and you know what? For the all those Edmonton fans out there.
Yeah. What about it, Jeff? What about all those fans?
You missed it.
Fans. Oh, there it is. And so it goes. That's it, guys. That's all we have. We'll be back on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. We will see you. Great to see some OGs stopping in here, Scully, and the rest of you. You knuckleheads was fantastic, and then the regular crew's here too. But thank you for the really appreciate the support. The support was fantastic. Appreciate that. We had a new member today too, and as always, we really appreciate you. Thank you very much. That we should, but doesn't matter. We've got the loyal, the people that care, the people that are interested, and the people that know what's going on. The smartest people, Jeff, we like to refer to as in the OTC family. They're the smartest humans on there, and some of the funniest, I might add. I mean, it's always horrible. Don't look at the comments when Jeff's in a serious rant, and then I make the mistake of looking at him, and then I start smiling and laughing while Jeff goes. And the same happens to him. I'm like, all right, sometimes it happens. So that's all we have, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Chip and Jeff.
Yeah.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.